Welcome to the Let's Go Deeper, the podcast where the drinks are strong, the stories go sideways, and the conversations go way past last call.
We're diving into things people only talk about after that third round. Regrets, revelations, and ridiculous moments you won't believe.
So grab a drink, loosen up, and join us as we sip, spill, and spiral a little deeper every episode.
It's not just about the booze. It's about the bold, the bizarre, and everything in between. Let's go deeper, Seth.
Whoa!
We're back.
Should we clink? You gotta
Hard crack.
it. Did you already crack yours?
Cheers, I did.
Oh,
Cheers.
Okay. Cheers.
All right, welcome back.
Hey, dude. It's great to be here. It's been what? We looked it up earlier. 2023 is the last time we attempted to record one of these episodes.
Yeah, it's now midway through 2025, so a couple years.
Yeah, but we got it. We have Kira, the ever so lovely, behind the camera. She got all our tech set up, got us figured out.
Yep, we did hire a new producer, so that's going way better than last time.
Yeah, shout out to our old producer, Emily.
And you can pay her in pizza.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she takes pizza. That's really all it does take.
Yeah, pizza pay.
So let's talk about it. So what's kind of been going on since then? How life has been? How has it been for you, Braden?
Life's been...
You've got a kid?
It's been very different. Well, I had the kid, that child I have in my house, during the last episodes, but she was very young. She's now a lot older, more toddler-ish, running, screaming, hitting, all that fun stuff.
Which would you say you preferred, the baby age, or are you happy with the toddler age now?
No, baby age was definitely the best age, and it's
really
funny because, I don't know, it's like in the moment, no matter what the period is, it's like you kind of like go through struggles and new stuff and everything, and then you look back and you're like, oh, that was so easy. I wish I could go back. And she was super cute. She's still cute. She was super cute and little.
Did you say the pros of toddler outweigh the negs of toddler age, though?
Yep, just seeing her learn. She can talk. She can, like, I don't know, just watching her learn every day. She learns so much faster now. And she can walk, which is a lot nicer. I don't have to lug her around everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of talking, a lot of walking. And
That's
she's
right.
got a new bed, you said? She's not in the crib.
She's got a new bed. We moved to Virginia. It's kind of new.
Yeah, that's new.
Yeah, since the early days. No, not much. Just been working, going to school, which is fun. Trying to podcast with my friend.
Going to school for what?
International relations.
And what's your plan with that?
To work in the same career field. I just want the piece of paper that says I did 4 years of something.
Yeah, well, it helps with pay and getting better
It does.
positions. So.
Yep, definitely. If we do want to move back, which we do eventually, it'll help get us back to Florida. So
It's on the Air Force's dime, too. Come on.
that's pretty much it. What about you? What's new? We're new studio here, by the way.
Yeah, new studio, new crib, new place. It's nice. We did move, and I'm a lot closer to work now. So those 4 years of me and you commuting to work for about an hour each way is gone and done and in the past. And I got to tell you, I think if I ever had to keep one piece of what is going on in my life right now, I'm never going to live farther than 30 minutes away from where I work ever again.
That's what I told myself when I moved to Virginia, and then I got the new job and I drive an hour again.
Is it distance or is it just traffic?
Traffic, yeah.
Yeah.
So that DC traffic kills me every single day. It's leaving. Getting to work's not terrible, but yeah, leaving is horrible.
Yeah,
And
I can't stand it.
You really are. Like, you could walk to work in like 10 minutes, which is insane.
I mean, it's only like a 5-minute drive unless it's traffic. If there's bad traffic, you're sitting there for 40-something minutes. But yeah, I mean, things are good. I promoted.
Yep.
Officially promoted yesterday, so I am now a technical
big
sergeant.
boy now.
I'm a big boy now.
Big boy pants.
Got to be in charge. We have 2 fur babies. We got Lily and Maui, the dogs.
Yeah.
Since then.
Don't you dare forget about Stripey.
And Stripey, the little striped cat that we are currently babysitting for one of my coworkers. Absolutely. Lily's here joining us right now as well. But no, things are good. I got Kira. Kira's new since the last pod as well. We're still testing that one out.
God.
She'll be helping us out throughout here. She's kind of like our little project manager. Without her, this wouldn't be possible because God knows we don't know how to run the technical side of this.
It seems like it's working. The quality of these are going to be quite crispy. I think last time we were on the phone and then we tried to sync the recording, and it was
we recorded the audio separately
Yeah.
and the video separately, and we had hopes of splicing it together and uploading that, and we should have known better that would never ever actually work out.
Come
in
to
our
fruition
favor.
in any way.
And we have the live going right now, which is pretty good. We got what, 3 people currently sitting in at the
heck
moment.
Yeah.
So welcome if you're watching live.
Hi, friends. We have a pretty fun first segment, I think.
Yeah, we do. Would you like to take the lead on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been sort of half-heartedly into Pokemon just because of the I don't know, it's just trending right now, and it seems super fun. And it's not really like playing the game or getting the cards, but it's like gambling and getting the super rare card that's worth a lot of money.
Yep.
So we were in the store today, and this was something, I don't even know if I told Amanda about this. We found ourselves 2 packs of Japanese.
Show the live.
2 packs of Japanese Pokemon cards, right? And there were, which one? Obsidian?
What set did you say it was?
Obsidian something.
Obsidian something.
Either way, this is going to be tons of fun. Here's yours.
Yeah, it's like, because neither of us play Pokemon, but it's the fun part of just seeing the cool, like, what is
art,
cool in
yeah.
it, how much it's worth, what the cool art is.
How much it's worth.
What'd you call them? Chase cards or whatever?
Chase cards, yeah.
Because I play Magic.
Yeah.
And I enjoy doing that. So did you want to go first, or?
I can. I'm very excited.
You're excited?
Yeah,
you want to go ahead? Go ahead.
So here, let me set up this mic here.
Yeah, this could be fun.
I'll rip some packs.
While he's doing that and getting set up, our sponsor for the evening, Landshark. What's Landshark's slogan? Eat wet. Oh, fins up. Oh, it is that. Yeah. So go ahead. Okay, you gotta open it camera ways. Here, I'll commentate on your pulls as you do it here. We got a trainer card. I don't know what that is. Now he's just skipping through to the good card. I didn't think about this, but if you're first off, we're just dropping the microphone on the ground. If you're just listening,
cut that out.
If you're just listening and not watching the video, you can't see the cards physically, but we'll tell you if it's really good.
Yeah, so this is the rare pull that I got. Nothing crazy, I don't think. It's not one of the chase cards that we had researched online. So
Let me see.
Can you translate for me?
That Pokemon's name is Ginflupper.
Ginflupper.
That's got to be a Ginflupper.
All right.
Okay, well, good pull.
Yeah, this is tons of fun. I hope the mic is not fucked up now.
Just absolutely shattered the mic.
Yeah.
Here, Kira, would you like to hold my mic while I open my pack? Thank you.
All right, boys and girls,
already useful.
ladies and gentlemen. So we're chasing Charizards. If we pull a Charizard, that would be pretty insane. We got some ASMR going right now.
Oh, so crisp, so nice. We'll put that right there for Lily to chew
We
on.
were very excited about this. All right, I think the front one goes.
This goes
Yep,
there?
absolutely.
All right.
And turn them and burn them.
All right, we got a frog.
Frog.
A little froggy action. We got a what is that, Houndoom?
That's a
the
Houndoom.
evolution before Houndoom.
That actually might be pretty good.
Come on.
Hey, come on now.
We got a bunny beetle.
I like your descriptions of these because neither of us know what the Pokemon are, really.
No, not even a little bit. I actually know this one, but I can't think of the name of it. It's like a charcoal or cool.
Squirtle. Something.
It's a Squirtle. That's what it is. And then the super cool card.
Oh!
It's an Entei, I think.
Dude, it's holographic.
It's a hollow Entei.
You did get
So
the good.
I think I got the cool
you
one,
definitely
right?
won. We should look up what that's
on.
worth. Maybe our producer can look that up for us.
Yeah, here, producer, would you like to figure out what
Try
Japanese
not to-
Entei is worth?
I mean, that could be worth
That could be millions of dollars.
hundreds of nickels. You just never know.
27 cents.
Yes.
But yeah,
That was fun.
that was cool.
That was cool.
I enjoy opening this. Me and
Yeah.
Kira have talked about it before, but since I play Magic, I like to go and buy Magic cards. And buying Magic cards, depending on your budget, can range anywhere from dropping $6 like you did right there for a pack, or dropping $500 for tons of them, and they're all collector's edition bullet.
Do you think
bullshit.
we made or lost money there?
Oh, we for sure lost
We
money
probably
there.
lost 90% of our money.
Well, we were looking at the top 10 cards and what they're worth, and like the bottom 6 of the top 10 were like, what, $9 each?
Yeah, but that's raw value. If you get them graded, they go up pretty significantly.
What's your if you had to take a stab at what foil Japanese Entei PSA 10 is worth.
So what she's looking up right now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess she has no idea. But that's fine. We'll look it up for you guys.
Yeah.
But
if you had to take
foiled, is it not hollowed? I don't know the difference.
I think that would be holographic.
I'm going $10 to $12.
$10 to $12. I think I'm gonna take a stab at the 8 range.
Pretty much doubles what you put into it. Which is pretty good.
But
pretty
you
cool.
also, if you're gonna get it graded at like the PSAs, you have to pay the money to send it in.
And it's kind of ridiculous. I think it's like $15 per card or something crazy.
That's why you're not supposed to get them graded unless you're for sure you're going to be making money on it.
Hey, I saw something in the news kind of recently I wanted to bring up and maybe talk about a little bit as we sip on our beers and listen to our smooth jazz.
Should we take a little sip?
Take a little sip right into the mic. Did you know that J.D. Vance killed the Pope?
Oh, we're just going right into it with that. $1.45. Is that raw?
Type in PSA 10.
Yeah, now type in PSA 10 of that, and that's not Japanese. You gotta look at the Japanese version.
You're doing a good job.
You're doing great though.
The American version, raw, 145. Not bad.
That's not bad.
It's pretty good.
Raw.
you speak my language.
Tell me more about J.D. Vance killing the Pope.
Essentially, J.D. Vance took a trip, I think to Italy, wherever the Pope lives, Sicily. No.
Yeah, what was he doing there?
I don't know where the fucking Pope lives. Just meet and greets and stuff. I think he was like doing like a world tour and meeting world leaders and other people like that. But yeah, he choked him out or shook his hand, gave him some germs, and the Pope literally stroked out like a few hours later on Easter.
Wait, it was the same day he died?
I think it technically next day. I don't know. No, I don't know if anyone knows. The Vatican's very secretive.
Well, how old was the Pope?
Late 70s. Yeah. So
okay.
About
that time.
It's confirmed it was J.D. Vance that.
It's confirmed. What source confirmed that for you, Rin?
The Washington Post.
The Washington Post.
Yeah.
So I'm leaning out of view here a little
I'm getting
bit.
a T-shirt.
That J.D. Vance killed the Pope?
Yes, absolutely.
So I heard they're trying to pick the new Pope already, and they have like elections essentially for.
So it's the Cardinals.
Cardinals
within the Catholic Church, there at the Vatican, they do like a vote, like a democratic vote, I guess. And every time like a pope dies, I think they have 15 days or something like that for there to be a new pope.
To crown the new one, essentially.
Yeah, and they're from all over. There's a couple Americans, Canadians.
So do they like campaign? Like, what's that campaigning process look like? Like, I promise to do more cool miracles than that guy.
Touch less kids.
I want to touch less kids.
I really don't know.
Make the Catholic Church great again.
I couldn't tell you. I know it's very exciting. There's like betting going on. I think a lot of people are betting for like the Congo dude or the Philippine dude.
Okay.
They're our front runners, I believe, but yeah, pretty interesting. I don't know.
I've never known anything about the Pope.
You knew he died though.
I did know he died.
You know J.D. Vance killed him.
I have heard that J.D. Vance killed him. I just enjoy watching the J.D. Vance edits of his face in all the different varieties.
I don't understand any of that.
What do they call it? The J.D. Vance multiverse or whatever it is?
Yeah,
I would ask you about Invincible and the Invincible multiverse, but clearly we've talked about
Vince
it today.
Papale.
You don't know anything
Philadelphia
about
Eagles.
the show Invincible.
No, that's not true.
So what's our next news topic here? What else do we have?
I wanted to talk a little bit about Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
Season 2 is out now. It's wildly popular, obviously based on the video games. In the video games, Joel dies. I think most people know. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert for starters.
All over the place there.
It's not exactly the oldest game.
A lot of people are clowning Bella Ramsey because she does not fit the character of Ellie.
Because she looks like a toaster.
She looks
No
like Buzz
offense, Bella,
Lightyear.
if you're
like,
watching.
identical to Buzz Lightyear, and she could star in the live action if she wanted to.
Get her the purple like skin suit thing that he wears to wrap around her head.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal with that is when it comes to movies and shows casting the most like egregiously not right characters for that. Like, I get it. You want to do the, hey, you don't need to do it based off of the height, the weight, the sex, the religion, the skin color of what this person is, but at a certain point you kind of lose the
appeal,
plot, right?
Because even though it is wildly popular and one of the main characters did just die in the second episode, people are, I think, more reluctant to watch it now because it's all going to be based on Ellie, who's Bella Ramsey, and then the other girl, Abby, who they did not cast well.
Right, yeah.
I don't know.
I watched the first couple episodes, and I love Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal's a fantastic
everyone
actor.
loves him.
I first saw him in Game of Thrones, if you've
Yeah.
You've seen Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
You know his role
He
in
had the
that?
skinny sword, and then he got his face.
Whoa.
eyeball smashed
Kira's
in.
watching currently.
Okay.
So don't
I'm just
spoil
a
it.
spoil queen
You're the
over
spoil
here.
queen right now. It's crazy, actually. But yeah, Kira's watching that. Pedro's in it. You know who else was in Game of Thrones?
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers was in Game of Thrones?
Like the last episode, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
he is.
He's one of the dudes that gets... I guess I shouldn't...
You're on a roll with that.
am.
I was going to say Jason Momoa. He's in the very beginning. He's the Dothraki, like, czar or whatever they are.
Yeah, he's in there for a while.
Yeah.
That is Jason Momoa,
That is Jason Momoa,
Yeah.
Aquaman himself.
With Daenerys Targaryen.
Mm-hmm. You also had something else you wanted to bring up that you've been hinting to me for like a week or so now.
Yes, and this is very interesting. I want to get your take on it. I don't know if we have anyone from where I work watching right now, but the hottest topic in the office is, could 100 American men defeat and kill a gorilla if they had to?
So do you know where this started? Because I was like, you asked me, you're like, are you tracking on the 100 men versus a gorilla? And I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
I think X, formerly known as Twitter.
Formerly Twitter.
I believe that's where it started, and it kind of blew up. It's the same deal with the what color is the dress. Essentially, it's just taking everyone by storm.
It's black and blue, right?
Yeah. So I don't know if you have questions like about the setting or about the people, but
so here's my thought process on it, right? Well, hold on, what's your take? Do you think 100 men could beat one gorilla?
I'll see what you say first, because I'm pretty.
See what I say first?
Yeah, I'm pretty strong on my position.
So I think. So first off, I'm assuming the 100 men don't get a weapon. It's just
no weapons,
bare knuckles,
bare
backyard
hands.
brawl.
You do spawn in with whatever you're wearing.
Spawn in. Is the gorilla hostile off the rip? Like, does he know it's about to go down like that?
Not necessarily. It's just a normal gorilla, but it's just one gorilla.
So it's as if you had like a big pit, like an arena, and you let a gorilla out, and there's 100 men in there, and you're like, good luck.
Yep.
So I think it depends on the kinds of men.
Ah, good point.
That's the big take. Because if you got people like, what's his name? The mountain from Game of Thrones, like Thor Thornson or whatever. 100 of those guys.
Yeah, it's over.
It only takes like 10 of them, I think, personally.
I agree.
But if they got 100 of us running around,
yeah,
I think the gorilla makes it through like 50 of us at least before he starts getting tired.
Even though, let's say, okay, so this is one thing we brought up. It's not stipulated what kind of men, but we did sort of like, okay, let's do an average American male. And we found out it's like 5'10", 200 and some pounds with like a 40-inch waist.
The average man is 210 pounds?
Something like that. 200 pounds, 210 pounds.
Wow, okay.
In America.
Right.
And I think even if you have 100 of those dudes, they're getting wiped.
You think they're getting wiped?
Wiped.
No.
Slaughtered.
Because you got to think, if it's life or death,
yeah,
you're biting, you're scratching, you're clawing. All you got to do is get his eyes out. He's probably done for.
That's the point. You're not getting close enough to his eyes.
You don't think you're getting close enough to his eyes?
He is swinging that big arm of his and taking out like
he's
5 to 10 people at a time.
He's not moving faster than me. I'm coming in.
He runs 25 miles per hour.
Yeah, and I run an 11-minute mile and a half.
Oh shit! My bad. No, that's pretty good.
No, I think it could be good. It's kind of thought provoking to really discuss the whole purpose of why are these things that we care about.
No, it's good for. It's like office camaraderie or something. It's just another internet thing that everyone likes to talk about. You're just saying, why do we care?
Yeah, I'm just like, are we going to war with gorillas?
I think we care because so many people disagree. So many people are on the gorilla side. So many people are on the men's side. I do think there's a point where you get enough men, you can take down a gorilla. I don't think it's 100.
Would you rather be alone in the forest with a man or a bear?
Yeah, that came up too. What kind of bear?
Do a black bear.
I'm trying to remember the saying. If it's black, stand your ground. If it's brown, lay down, or something like that.
Yeah, because grizzly bears are the dangerous ones.
You'll just be dead immediately.
Yeah.
Probably like an average man.
Let's just say, yeah, just a 50-50 pull on just whatever man is out.
Then a man over a gorilla.
You're taking a man over... No, it's a bear.
Over a bear, sorry.
Okay,
No.
You're taking the man over the bear. Because I've heard from nearly every female I've ever spoken to that they would rather have the bear.
Yeah, I feel like that makes sense.
You think that makes sense?
Yeah.
It didn't take long for us to disagree.
Ain't shit.
Men ain't shit, sister. Papa.
No, that's true.
Do we have any more on the news? The news segment?
You had mentioned something to me about your favorite artist, Kanye.
Kanye West. Yeah, I brought this up last night because we were hanging out celebrating my promotion that I mentioned earlier. And I was scrolling through, what was it, iFunny or something like that? I don't know if you use iFunny. Nope. Classic, by the way. There was a tweet that Kanye posted, and I'll pull it up here on my phone, that is the most heinous, absurd nonsense that I've ever seen in my entire life, and I would never be caught dead ever posting something like this. If I can find it and pull it up, it'd make me really happy.
It has to do with his cousin.
Yeah. He's
been on a rampage lately, quite a good tear on Twitter, making lots of people upset.
I don't know. It essentially boiled down to... I'll just Google it, I guess. But essentially boiled down to the last line of the Ye tweet was, "My name is Ye, and I sucked my cousin's dick at the age of 14."
His cousin was 14?
I don't know how old his cousin was, but
that's not okay.
What is it? What type of torture is it going to take to get that out of you? Even if I did do that, if that was something that happened in my life, I'm not posting that online ever. Right?
No, definitely not, unless, I don't know,
I found it. Here it is. He says, "This song is called Cousins, about my cousin that's locked in jail for life for killing a pregnant lady a few years after I told him we wouldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore. Perhaps in my self-centered mess, I felt it was my fault that I showed him those dirty magazines when he was 6, and then we acted out what we saw. My dad had Playboy magazines, but the magazines I found in the top of my mom's closet were different. My name is Ye, and I sucked my cousin's dick till I was 14. Until he was 14. That's worse, right?
He shares a little too much, I think. I think, I don't think he's right mentally.
So do you think he knows a little bit more than we do, though?
About what?
Like about the Illuminati? Insider knowledge and Illuminati, like he says?
Maybe.
Yeah?
I don't know.
Or do you think he's just crazy?
I think he's crazy as fuck. I think he says very outlandish things. I also think it might be for attention and views and stuff.
So I guess the comment that came through was, do we think that Ye was murdered and replaced with the Ye we have now? And they said that they do. Thank you, random commenter. It's Milan. Thank you, Milan. I don't know. I don't believe in the people dying and being replaced.
Pizzagate?
Except for Joseph Biden.
Yeah.
Joseph Biden
you don't think
died
he was
replaced.
Yeah.
100%.
With a robot.
And the clones kept getting worse. That's why he kept stumbling more. Mm-hmm. And it's not dementia.
Couldn't get his words out.
Yeah, he just couldn't figure it out, man.
Yeah, he's a silly guy. So is
you run out of DNA and you start making worse and worse clones.
Were they at the Diddy parties, you think?
They were so at the Diddy parties.
Yeah, I think so too.
So is that's the news segment?
That's the news.
That's the news.
How do you feel?
Today's news.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of The Last of Us and a little bit of Ye sucking his cousin's
JD
dick
Vance
until he
killing
was 14.
people. Yeah. The Pope.
Well, hey, let's finish this one, huh?
Cheers.
And then move on to the next one. What's next on the list?
It is Am I the Asshole segment.
Am I the Asshole? Did you want to go first or second?
You have two, so I think you should go first. Two. So I think the point of this is oh, yeah. More
so
beers.
It's Reddit. You said it right there. Oh, you want me to crack it open? Yes, absolutely. Here you go, guys.
Ooh.
Crisp.
Okay. Thank you, Landshark, for the sponsorship.
As you absolutely melt down your beer. Here, let's take a look, shall we?
So am I judging if the person that you're talking about is an asshole?
You are.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you're unfamiliar, Reddit has a thread called AITA, which is Am I the Asshole? And people essentially go on and they post these stories and they ask people to sort of comment and weigh in on whether or not they're the asshole in the situation. So I've got one for you right here.
Okay.
So the too long didn't read is, am I the asshole if I stop paying my daughter's tuition over a disgusting comment she made that was directed at my new girlfriend? So what's your initial take on that?
Initially, I think that the father who's making the post, I assume, I don't know, has some issues with his daughter not liking his girlfriend, but I think that's a perfectly reasonable reaction to your dad hanging out with someone that's not your mom.
Yeah.
Should he stop paying tuition? I don't think so. That's
So-
petty. It's very petty.
Not that you would, like, minus the remarrying and it being a new girl situation, if Juniper at, like, age 19, 20, a couple years into college was, like, totally disrespecting Amanda, you're pulling that?
Yeah, I would threaten it. I definitely would threaten it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the story so far. My wife died at the young age of 51 from a car accident. I, 56 male, was in deep mourning for about a year after her death. I met my new girlfriend, C, 43 female, around January.
A lot younger.
Yeah, it is a lot younger. What is that, 13 years?
Yup.
C was the one who made me laugh for the first time after my wife died. She's smart as hell, 3 Ivy League degrees, has a dark sense of humor that I love, is a terrific cook, and is an overall amazing woman who I can't imagine spending any other time of my life with. She is also on the heavier side, a fact that becomes relevant later. I have 2 children, E, who's 25 male, and A, who is 19 female. They were well aware that I had gotten a new girlfriend before I introduced them to C this summer. They got along immediately with E, but A was very standoffish. After that initial meeting, I asked A if there was something wrong, but she denied it. E and A both came home for Thanksgiving dinner. The dinner was going as well as it could have for the first 10 minutes, although I noticed A glaring at my girlfriend the entire time. When my girlfriend went to grab another helping of mashed potatoes,
I see where this is going.
my daughter made a comment that cruelly ridiculed my girlfriend's size. My girlfriend started sobbing immediately and ran off into the bedroom. I felt my face turn red and told A to get out. About half an hour later, A left. I texted her stating that I would no longer pay her tuition unless 1, she apologized to my girlfriend, and 2, my girlfriend accepted her apology. My daughter must have assumed that I was bluffing because she instead doubled down on her behavior during Thanksgiving dinner. I then logged into her university's tuition payment website, canceled next semester's tuition, and sent my daughter the screenshots. She called me crying and begging me to reconsider, but I told her my mind was made up.
Yep. Good on the dad.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's just a pretty classic family situation where a death or a divorce, and then dad's obviously going to find someone new, daughter's not going to be okay with it. I feel like that's more common
Yeah.
than...
But you think immediately one comment...
Well, it wasn't one
yanking
comment.
the
He did
tuition.
what I said to the threaten, and then she didn't believe him.
And then she doubled down at the Thanksgiving
So
dinner.
I think that she should...
So is he the asshole?
No.
No, he's not the asshole.
No.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think I would agree with that. I don't know, man. Not paying for tuition on something simple like that, and I think bringing in someone who you know your kids aren't going to like, I think there's just a little bit something deeper there that they're not quite talking about.
Probably.
Like, there's something else going that's turmoil between the kids and
What
the
is
mom.
he supposed to do?
I don't know, man.
Let his daughter disrespect his girlfriend for being fat?
Not remarry? Be alone for the rest of your life?
That's what I mean.
Go be sad?
Yeah, that's what she wants.
Yeah, that is what she wants.
And it's not like life impacting. That she realizes that now she needs her dad and she needs the tuition money, but she can also just go back next semester.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I guess you could reapply for the next semester. So I got one more.
Okay.
And the too long didn't read is, am I the asshole for pointing out to my friends that they are not famous? My friends are dating, and they're also actors who have had small roles on a few TV shows, like up to 2 lines. Neither of them have a following in real life or on social media. They've got under 1,500 followers combined. Anyway, last week I posted a group picture on Instagram of people celebrating a friend's birthday. Everyone in the photo had their arms around each other's shoulders, very platonic. Yesterday in a group chat among the 3 of us, they asked me to take the photo down because they don't want the public to know they are dating. I would consider taking it down if they looked bad or sloppy, but they don't. Also, everyone has their arms around each other, not just them. Anyways, I asked what they meant, and they said they didn't want to end up in the gossip rags. I pointed out that they are not famous, and they don't even have functioning IMDb pages.
Damn.
They were livid and called me a bunch of names. I think they're delusional, but they've been texting me demanding I remove it, and even sent me screenshots of them reporting it. Nothing has happened. At this point, I don't even want to be their friend, however, and probably because I'm an asshole, I don't want to delete it based solely on the principle.
Yeah, that's asshole behavior.
You think he's the asshole?
I think that they're wrong, but he's still an asshole.
For not taking the picture down because his friends asked.
Yeah.
So if you posted a picture
Very petty.
with me and Kira and our friends in it, and I was like, even ignoring the famous portion of it, I was just like, hey man, can you take that down? I don't want it.
I would take it down.
You would take it down.
Yes.
What if it was flipped and I said, I'm not taking it down? I love this picture.
I'd
It's
say
good.
you're an asshole. And then you can make a Reddit post.
Make a Reddit post about it. Okay.
What do you think?
I don't know, man. I think pictures are just fucking pictures. Grow up.
Yeah. You think they were famous enough to
I don't think the
have that
famous
request?
Point, no, I don't even know if people like Justin Bieber would be like, I don't want to know people to know I'm dating this person. Real famous people don't care because they know that shit's going to get leaked. They got paparazzi. They got people, the fucking publicity's out there. So a picture's not going to change anything. And asking your friend to take something down like that, that's a little much in my opinion.
I think so too. So he's being an asshole.
So
I wonder what the
I think that
Reddit,
they're being the
Reddit
asshole.
comments are, because I bet you they would probably agree with us there.
Yeah. So what's yours?
Right. Mine was kind of funny. Essentially, am I the asshole for not changing someone else's kid's diaper? So it's kind of interesting. My wife and I have been married 10 plus years and have a few kids. Sister-in-law and her husband have a baby 2 years ago. No major complaints. They just tend to ask for other people to do stuff that they think, or I would think they would do for themselves. They always come over to the house. They live an hour away, and they'll ask ahead of time if we have any of the kids' favorite crackers on hand. Why don't they just pack the crackers? I don't know. They are well off. They have the money. If one of them leaves a room, they'll ask one of us, my wife or kids, to be in charge of their baby, even if the other parent is right there, just scrolling on their phone or something. But whatever. I say something to my wife. She says I'm being too much. Like when they bring up watching the kid or whatever. The other day, we're having dinner at my mother-in-law's house when the baby had a poopy diaper. Sister-in-law looks at me and says the sweetest voice, Uncle, whatever his name is, can you change the diaper? She frequently does this when we're there, but this was the first time that he was asked. I answer politely, no, I'm sorry, I don't do that. She said, you don't do diapers? No, I don't do other kids' diapers if their mom or dad are around. I mean, if I'm babysitting, sure, that's one thing. But yeah, if the parents are around, I don't feel like that's my job, that's theirs. Sister-in-law looks at me and is ready to cry. Well, I feel selfish. I smiled and tried to put her at ease. Not trying to make you feel any type of way, just telling you that there's a boundary. The table got really awkward, and she got up and did the diaper. Afterwards, my wife blamed me for making my sister-in-law feel bad and said I should have just changed the diaper. Not trying to make anyone feel bad, but I've already had 3 kids, and I took responsibility. I washed them, packed them, and changed them. I'm not looking to be a secondary parent for this kid. Am I the asshole?
There's a lot to unpack there.
There is.
I think the wife is in the wrong, for starters,
But
for saying that he made it awkward.
Yeah.
Saying he didn't want to change the diaper. I think he's completely entitled to saying he doesn't want to do that.
Yes. That's
I think
not
neither
his child.
him nor the sister-in-law, though, are assholes at all.
You don't
She
think-
asked him to change the diaper. He said he didn't want to. She said, okay, well, I feel selfish. My fault. And then they moved on and she changed the diaper.
Okay, so you think it's the wife.
I think the wife is the problem for
the-
making it seem like it's a big deal.
Yeah, and the wife's like kind of an enabler for their sister-in-law.
Because we've kind of been there. Not really. You've never been like, change Juniper's diaper or anything like that. But you've had me like, hey, we got a thing going on. Can you come watch Juniper for a little bit?
That was an emergency, yeah.
Yeah, well, it was an emergency for sure. But like, are you a dick for trying to get me to come watch your kid for a minute without like asking me?
I think that's a very different situation than like a diaper change though. And I also don't want to change someone else's kid's poopy diaper.
Yeah.
Like, and you could have very well said no, I can't, and I would have just had to figure it out. I just knew you lived across the street and it was pretty easy. And you would have said yes because you're a good guy, not an asshole.
Well, am I the asshole though?
No, you're not the
No,
asshole.
I'm not the asshole.
I don't think he is either. I would refuse to also change someone else's baby's diaper.
I think bottom line, there's no harm in asking things like that. But if you get butthurt about them not wanting to do it, then you're a dick.
What about the point that they're just, I mean, they're not busy. They're just eating like he is. And they're like, okay, you, or this time you, why don't they just get up and change the diaper?
Well, I guess, is it their first kid?
Yeah.
Are they overwhelmed behind the scenes, right? Are they not getting sleep and they would just like a break? They've got
Just
people
like
over who can help out.
Everyone else.
I know. I'm not saying that, but like, it's just a question.
Okay.
Hey, would you do it? No? All right.
Seems like you're taking the sister-in-law's side.
I might be taking her side just
Okay.
a little bit. I would never ask someone to change my kid's diaper.
No, I
Let's
think
clarify
that's the point too. I would never picture Amanda going, "Oh, Seth, you're here at the table with us. Can you go change Juniper?" Like she would never do that because she would just get up and do it.
Yeah, but if she did, I would be like, yeah.
Or she'd kick me in the leg and say, "You go change your fucking diaper."
Change the diaper, you dumb
Exactly.
shit. Okay. So that's Am I the Asshole?
Am I the asshole? That was kind of fun.
That was pretty good. I like
Yeah,
those.
I
Those
like
move
that.
pretty quick. But
Yeah,
so
we are cooking, aren't we?
we are schmooving a little bit.
We gotta try to slow this down.
We gotta
Listen to
slow it
some
down. Do we have some
smooth
comments on there? Is that
jazz.
Jill?
Yeah, Jill said this is sending me.
I'm sent.
I'm so sent right now.
Okay.
Show me your what? My tits. Oh.
Sorry, not doing
I don't
that.
think we can do
I
that.
appreciate the comment. Oh.
She said he was pretty safe, then said if I go to see him come back, it's not me. He went and I say he came back and looks different and then started acting insane.
I haven't heard that Kanye looks different since before.
I have no
but also,
idea.
what if I say that? What if I say
And then you
next
shave your
week if
beard.
I start acting differently, just know that the tribunal
it's
took me
not
away
really
and changed
me.
me, and I just start kicking puppies.
Yeah.
It's not me, guys. And then I come back the week after. I'm like, I'm back. They took me away.
I'm sorry, it wasn't me.
You have to excuse what happened. It wasn't me.
Yeah, it can't be proven in court.
What's next? What do we got?
We have drunk history if we want to. So essentially, I don't know if we're enough beers deep for this, but the goal of this is for us to describe history events that have or have not happened in great detail without knowing really anything about them.
Right.
So
Kira has our history events. We have to chug these beers.
we're a couple segments behind, yeah.
Are we?
How much do you have left?
It's full.
I've been busy talking, I guess.
We have been yapping a little bit.
All right.
All
You
right.
go first and I'll comment.
Oh, is that what's happening? All right.
All
Do I
right.
get like a drinking song or something cool?
I'll just count down.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Drink your beer. Yeah.
Mm.
If you're new
Mm-mm.
to the podcast, we try to incorporate as much drinking as possible. I think that can be heckin' fun.
I said, oh, well, I only make random changes.
So the comment was from my wife, and she said, "LOL, I only make him, me, Brayden, change poopy diapers."
Amanda, who did you think was the asshole in that situation? Did
I
you have an
think-
opinion?
I think she's going to say the sister-in-law was the asshole.
Yeah. For even suggesting that someone else do that?
Yeah.
Mickey said more Kira content, please. So I guess we can kind of talk about that while I'm continuing to painfully drink this. So Brayden here is my lovely co-host and will always be my lovely co-host. This was his brainchild,
That's
actually,
so
originally.
sweet.
But Brayden lives in Virginia.
Northern
And
Virginia.
Unfortunately, we don't want to do the podcast in a sense of Zoom meeting and doing it that way.
Discord.
Yeah, it's just not the same. Maybe we could do it a couple times, but we have talked, and Kira will likely be taking over some co-hosting responsibilities while Brayden's gone until he comes back and visits again. Because
Yep.
you got a good chunk of time that you'll be here this summer.
Yeah, I'll be here for, I don't know, 3 months, some change.
Absolutely.
So I'll definitely be able to pod.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The sister has weird
Mhm.
behavior.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and old Manders, we do click pretty well. I
Click
love
pretty well.
that lady.
Do you like her?
No, she's pretty cool.
Kira, lovely lady, would you like to give me or Brayden, you can pick, our history? So essentially how this is going to work, Kira's going to give us an event in history. It could be anything. It can be the bombing of Pearl Harbor. And
Mhm.
we have to sit here, and I don't know about you, but I'm feeling it a little bit. I'm already kind of there. We have to our best knowledge, recollect
Is this our second or third beer?
that event. Oh, it's third. This is third.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We should be on our fourth for this segment. But
Okay.
I'm slow.
No, I'm pretty slow, too. I think we were having fun getting back into it, talking about some fun stuff.
Kira, you ready?
What you got? Who's going first, by the way? Rochambeau?
Rochambeau?
1 out of 1?
1 out of 1. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh.
You can go first. I'll get more beers.
Oh, sure. All right, let me get in the mood here.
All right, so for the audience that cannot hear Kira, Seth is going to describe the American Revolution to us.
The American Revolution.
The
All
floor
right.
is yours.
Let me set the scene a little bit. So the year is 1745.
I think you're off to a decent start.
I think I'm getting pretty good. 1745. And the Americans, who are not Americans at the moment, their colonies are not very happy with a lot of what's going on in the world. There's a lot of taxation.
Without representation.
Without representation. Come on, Knuckles.
Give me some.
Come on. Snail. And because of that, they said, fuck you, big dog, Mr. and Mrs. Queen across the sea. We're going to stand up for what's right.
Yes.
And then Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote Hamilton and kind of detailed everything that you need to know about the American Revolution. And I don't know anything about it. There was a battle.
At least one.
There was at least one battle during it. I'm going to take a stab and say the Battle of Gettysburg was probably one. What about the Battle of Yorktown was probably one. There was the Boston Tea Party. That started it all out, right? And so essentially what happened was they're like, fuck you guys. Fuck your tea. We don't want it. We don't need it. We're going to dump it all out. And then that kind of made the British people angry. So they sent more people over.
They're pirates.
They're British pirates, right? They're British pirates. And they sent people over. There were those wars, the battles I just previously mentioned. And during those battles, people died.
Good American soldiers.
Then we won, right?
Yeah, we're here.
We probably won.
Yeah, we don't, talk with an accent.
We don't. And then we wrote some papers saying that we're our own country. That's the American Revolution.
I think you were like 30 years off.
Was I 30 years off?
But I think you're pretty close.
Well, I'm trying to think of the Hamilton lyrics when they're like going through the American Revolution. It's like 1781.
1776.
76, right, yeah. July 4th.
Our founding fathers did agree to write a list of principles. Something.
What did I say, 1745?
30-something. 40-something. Yeah, 45. That was really good. It's King George. We were mad at him.
Not the Queen.
Yeah, we had the Boston Tea Party.
We did have that.
Fuck your tea, puss.
Fuck your teen, bitch, baby.
Yes. I don't know much about it either. There was many of battles.
There were many of battles.
And we did win. You ever seen the movie, is it called?
The Patriot.
The Patriot, yeah.
Is that the movie?
Yeah, that's about the American
With Mel
Revolution.
Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
I have not seen The Patriot.
Oh, it's
There's a horse in there, though, yeah?
A couple horses.
Is Paul Revere in that one?
No.
He's got to be.
Not that I know of. Was he part of the American Revolution?
Yeah, he's the one who said, one lantern if by land, two if by sea.
And he's the messenger.
And he said, fuck, that's gotta be sea.
Sorry, I have the horse.
Which came first, Paul or the horse? Yeah. And then he ran around.
Yes. Very good. Yes. Good. That was good. I'd give you
give me
can I rate this?
Yeah, please.
What, out of 10?
For historical accuracy.
10 being like a historian, 1 being like
10 was I was there.
Love on the spectrum.
1 is like I'm not even talking about the right thing.
Okay.
4 on the spectrum. 4?
Yeah. Okay. This is coming from a historian.
As someone who was physically there at the American Revolution.
Right.
Not bad.
No, you don't remember the preamble growing up?
No.
1787.
I paid probably close to 0 attention in school.
All right, that happens.
Yeah.
We the people, in order to form a more perfect
union.
Yeah, you know that one.
I know that part. Kira, what is Braden's historical event?
I'm ready for it. God damn it!
I
knew you were gonna say the Civil War.
I'm so glad I didn't get this because I would have mixed this up.
Okay, yeah, it is different. So, the Civil War. Let's see. We still have our 13 colonies, but we're not part of the British anymore. You've got the North and the South.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the North who are kind of like, ooh, slavery's kind of bad. This is like not cool to do to human beings. And the South, full of plantations and profit, are like, no, slavery's a good thing. Like they're, yeah, which I disagree with.
Yeah, of course.
So essentially, because of the split, I think the South created their own nation, or succeeded, I believe is the word.
Seceded from the Union or whatever it is.
That guy, I think his name is Abraham Lincoln. He's like, well, fuck you then. We're going to war.
You think his name's Abraham Lincoln?
Yeah.
What else could it be?
Abraham
Djokovic.
I don't know. Yeah, thanks for interrupting me. And then essentially there's a Great War, and then like Harriet Tubman's in there somewhere, I think, getting people out of the South with
Yeah, what was she known for?
the railroad, the Underground Railroad. I hope I'm right.
Railroad. She invented the railroad.
That's right. But the North won, or they, I don't know what happens after that. Slavery stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was that? See, I'm a historian on this one.
The unity of man.
The unity of man. The decree of mankind. It's the Emancipation Proclamation.
Thank you. Yes.
That's when he said all men. Oh, no, he said 80
in 7 years, which is 28 years or something. I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah. That was that thing?
That was that thing.
Oh, that's good. And then he got shot in the head.
By?
Don't tell me. Right in that theater.
Pretend you're there. Who was it?
Ford's Theater. My name is Wilkes Booth.
Kanye West.
John Wilkes Booth.
You think it was Kanye?
It might have been fucking Kanye traveling back in time.
Kanye might have
being crazy.
He said, "If it's not me, it's not me."
And he framed that guy John.
He did.
Okay, how'd I do?
Hey, that's not bad. You got the railroad part.
Actually?
I'm proud of you.
Really?
Yeah, that's a part of it. Yeah, so Harriet Tubman was freeing slaves in the South and bringing them through the underground
and then
tunnels
she ended up
stuff.
getting caught, right? She got caught up.
I don't know. I only ever watched Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
I think that has a lot to do with
I think that was mostly
Civil
where
War.
my knowledge of the
You know what? I kind of want to do another one of those.
Civil War.
Is that
another historical
bold
take?
of me?
Kira, would you love to give us another historical take?
I don't know. I'm taking a history class right now, and it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Because it's pre-1600 CE. So it's just like, I don't know what the fuck you're saying. They talk funny
If it wasn't for dates, I would be a lot better at history class.
for dates.
Yeah, like
What-
the actual assigning dates and times to things. Like I could pretty much tell you the flow of history, but I
Yeah.
couldn't.
Do you
get
know
the
how many of the
specific dates.
presidents do you think you could name? Do you know how many
I could probably
presidents?
get 12.
12. That's pretty good, I think.
How many do you think you could get?
4.
Well, let's see. We got George Washington,
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln,
Yeah.
Truman.
I think
Truman was
Truman was like the 40s, wasn't he?
he was still a president.
No. 20s.
Andrew Jackson,
That's early.
Donald Trump,
That's a little later.
Barack Obama,
Yep.
George W. and George H.
Uh-huh.
JFK,
Yep. Reagan?
both the Roosevelts,
No.
Teddy Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt, and Freddie.
Teddy and Freddie?
Freddie Roosevelt.
Those awesome presidents. Oh,
There was an-
Garfield?
Yeah, Andrew Garfield.
Andrew
No, not Andrew Garfield. Spider-Man.
Yes, he was a president.
He was a president.
Look it up, Kira.
He was an amazing president, just so we're clear.
Yeah.
we had-
I think I could go the other way.
You think so? You could go from present to past.
Yeah, so Trump, Biden, Trump, and then it was Barack again, and then it was Bush, George W., and then Bush again. Yeah,
Bush Senior.
he's 2 terms. Huh? There's one in the middle? No, yeah. And then before him was...
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Huh? No.
Yeah, he was before, was he not?
Oh, see, that's where I get stumped. Bill Clinton?
Clinton was before Bush, right?
And then
Come
it was the other Bush.
Senior.
And then it was Reagan.
Come on.
And then it was... That's more than 4.
That is more than
I'm
4.
pretty
You've already
impressed with
got
myself. I think that's where I stop right
Who
there.
was it? Nixon was president
Yeah.
after the JFK assassination. I think it's like number 3 through 29. Like I couldn't give you an inkling of who those presidents were.
Hey, we did better than I think most people would.
Kiro couldn't name 4 of them.
No, none of them.
Yeah, because you got a list in front of you.
I could name all of them.
All right, give me another historical event, Kira.
Okay.
While she's looking for one, how many states do you think you could name?
I could probably get 25.
I think you could get more than that. I think you could get at least 30, but you'd get stuck and be like, there's no more. There's no fucking more. And then you're like, oh, yeah, that is a state.
You want to count me off?
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
Okay. Let's do the ones I know. Texas, Florida, California, Maine, North Dakota, South Dakota, North Carolina, South Carolina, Oregon, Vermont, Michigan, Illinois, Mississippi, Alabama, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New York, New Mexico, Washington, Idaho, Wyoming. Yeah, how's that?
21.
Wisconsin.
22. They're known for their cheese.
Yeah, it's for me. The Trojan horse story. You know, I was here for that.
You were there for that.
I was in the horse.
Give us the year.
All right, so the year is 14 AEC. After
Maybe.
after Constantinople.
Sure.
And the British, no.
Wait.
That can't be right. So the Trojans, so the Trojans were Rome? The Romans? Or the Trojans were
tell me.
The Trojans sacked Rome.
You're the historian.
So I think they're Troy. No, is Troy a place? Troy's not a fucking place. This is horrific. All right, so let's do the Celtics. The Celtics are like, I need in that fucking city, big dog. You want to know why they need it in the city?
Tell me why.
Baddies.
Yes, actually.
Everywhere,
Yeah. It was
yeah.
like the emperor's
New Groove.
wife.
Oh, yeah,
sister?
that's actually what it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. She went to where she went to.
And she went to that one place, and they're like, wow, that chick's hot.
Yes.
And so they're like, can I get in that city? And they're like, not a chance, big dog. You got to go through our immigration laws and customs.
Yeah.
And they're like, how long does that take? Like 50 years.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to even be able to get it up if I wait that long to have fun with your
the
wife.
lifespan, I think, back then was like 29, so.
So, yeah, 50's too long, probably.
pretty
Whoever came up with
cooked.
that system was awful. So the Trojans are like, we're going to fucking take that city. And so they loaded up their horses, their men, their cavalry, they probably had some fucking elephants in there somewhere. And they're
Maybe.
like, we're going to sack that shit. And I think they started the conflict. They're like, we're sieging it. They sieged it. It didn't work. They were getting their behinds absolutely whooped. And they could not get in. So they're like, how do we take this city? So Master Builder Romero, or that's what we're going to call him. His name's Romero, probably.
Nailed
He's
it.
like, I've got an idea. We're like, okay, what's your idea, Romero? Romero's like, you ever heard of a fucking horse?
We love horses.
And they're like, we sure have. And so he's like, I'm going to build a big horse, and we're going to gift it to them. But here's the kicker. We're going to hide soldiers in that horse. Whoa. Yeah. So they did. He built a big straw horse. Is straw, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, it was a big brick horse.
No, I think it was just wood.
We're going to go with brick. It's probably brick.
Yeah, it's probably
It was a big brick horse. And they put a bunch of soldiers in there. It was on wheels. And they wheeled it up to the front, and they're like, listen, Rome, we're so sorry that we were attacking you. My fault, gangster. Have this peace offering to your gods. They're like, oh, my God, thank you. And they took it. And they let him in, the horse, and they're like, oh, my God, look at the statue. We're going to put it in the middle of town, whatever. And they put the horse in the middle of town, and then night falls. And they hit all the trebuchets and the catapults and everything outside the city. And, like a special operation SEAL Team 12 of Trojan soldiers pile out of that horse at night. Kill all the guards, open the gates, inflood the rest of the Trojans. They fucking took that city, probably raped, probably pillaged. Took that fucking queen.
Just normal things for the time.
And they're like, this shit's mine. And then they fucking took Rome.
Okay.
That's how Rome fell, by the way.
That was the longest story I've ever heard you tell in such great detail, though.
That was good, though.
You must
huh?
have been there.
So what's my here? Let me hear my score from the historian, and let me hear my score from the person reading the
I'm
story.
gonna say a 2, maybe a 2.
That was a 2.
Yeah.
That was worse than my American Revolution story.
yeah.
All I did was say the year and what 2
You
battles
just
were
kind
in
of
it.
rambled. Then
All right, actual historian. What was my score there? I said straw.
And
That's
it-
close, right?
you know,
it's
it's
like
a
the
0, by the way.
Big bad wolf, straw, wood, and brick.
Brick.
So a 0, really? I get a 0 for my story? Wow.
Yeah, you knew that it was a horse. Yeah, that's pretty good.
What parts did I miss of that? Oh, so the 1400.
I don't-
I
It's like
said
45
19 AC
BC or something.
after Constantinople.
Oh.
Oh,
Interesting.
that's a lot more recent than I would have thought.
Hey. It's just like yesterday. You were there, so you know best.
0, huh? All right, well, give Braden his. Let's see if Braden can do
No,
better.
I'm going to nail it. I'm the real historian. Come on. Oh, I know
Give us
almost
the biography of Genghis Khan.
almost nothing about Genghis Khan. I know that he ruled the East, and I think it's something like 1 in 3 people from the Pacific are related to him in some kind because he did a lot of sexing and
Sure,
baby
yeah.
making. He kind of just like run shit for a long time over there. He had a big army. They shot bows and arrows, and they really just fucked.
That was the worst fucking story I've ever heard.
I know almost nothing about Genghis Khan. I don't know. How many people did he conquer?
Yeah, ballpark
Does
it.
that mean like kill or like take over? He killed 11 million people.
Higher or lower? Lower?
He killed
500,000.
no more than that. Got to be in the millions. Probably 2.5 million people.
I
Okay.
was pretty close.
He's not that cool.
He's not that cool.
Why do people talk about him
I
so
could
much?
conquer 500,000
Yeah,
people.
that's like light
That's
work.
Chump change.
I don't know about that guy. He doesn't seem that cool.
L. Seth. Awesome.
Oh, that's not nice. It was 1 million people. Hey,
Oh, that's pretty good.
hey, that's a lot of people.
That's close to 11 million.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
What would you rate it? That story I just told about Genghis
probably a
Khan.
-2 out of 10.
Okay, that's not nice.
You didn't really tell me the story.
I tried my best.
What was his middle name?
Harold,
Genghis Harold Khan.
something like that. It's close. I think we're gonna do some sip or spill next. Which do you know the premise of this game, Seth?
Yeah, so essentially what we're going to do here is so probably what we'll do is we're going to finish here with some sip and spill, and then if you're here tuning in live, what? Oh, sure. Go ahead and let's read off those comments for history.
Sexting.
Do you think sexting happened in old
They were
times?
using
Yeah,
pigeons.
they had to
They
write
were
letters.
writing on the stone. Thank you, Stanley.
Thanks, Stan the man.
Yeah, I think he did a good job. Well, he set out and he said, "This is what I want to do," and he got his shit done.
You're one of those guys who's like, Hitler wasn't that wrong.
I would no.
That's
Don't
what you just said about
don't even
Genghis Khan.
mention that and then point at me. That's fucked up. Okay, pretty sure you own memorabilia, so
I'm pretty sure I have some DNA in me.
well.
All right, yeah. So we're gonna do first off. Oh, the live has ended.
Yes, but we're still with you
But
here.
we are still with you guys
in the
here
video.
on the video. We're gonna wait for the live to pop back up here, but maybe we should take a little chug break.
Chug break.
Do some sippinizing.
Pause for chug break.
Cheers.
How do you think it's going?
It's going pretty good.
I think I'm having fun.
I'm having a great time.
Are you having fun?
I'm having a great
Do you
time.
think the viewers are having fun?
There's only one way to find out, and that's for Kira to get the live back up. If you're tuning in at home right now, listening to our recorded version, feel free to let us know in the comments what you guys think. If you guys are having a great time, if it's everything you've ever hoped for.
If
there's
this
something
makes
you
the
guys
cut, if this is not cut out of the video, comment salad fingers.
salad fingers.
Salad
Yeah,
fingers.
please comment that. If you want to see something specific or you want us to talk about things, let us know in the comments of this as well.
I
and
like
we'll,
how
bring it up in the
we
next
got
one.
more into the smooth jazz kind of voice.
Yeah, you guys
here.
can't hear it, but we have smooth jazz just playing in the background.
It's what's keeping me alive.
what's keeping. Braden, go ahead and take it away for a minute here.
Taking it away. Up next is a fun game that we're gonna play called Sip and Spill. This would be a great time to take some comments from the crowd. I am here by myself now. It's very lonely podcasting by yourself. You kind of have to fill the void with your own voice. There's something poetic in that, I think. Yeah, Pokemon was really fun. I think Seth might be a little bit dumb. But that's okay. I'm just trying to shit on him while he's gone. But you're not going to say anything, Kira. Because you love him and stuff. That's weird. If you guys are wondering what's in the middle of us, it's a sign that we got from the original podcast that we did. I believe we bought it at Michael's. It says, "Think outside. No box required." And that's kind of goofy. That's kind of fun. It kind of goes with the premise. Drinking brews with the bros and also talking about some stuff. What's going on here? What's going on there? What's going on everywhere? You can ask the producer. I handled that very well. I did a very good job in your absence.
Can't ever leave Braden alone again.
Not
dude.
true.
Not true.
Don't even say that.
Anyways, I'm sure Braden just covered it in absolutely great detail, but we're gonna do Super Spill, and we're gonna close it off with that. And then if you're in here for the live, you guys can go ahead and drop some questions, some prompts, whatever it is you want after we're done with Super Spill, and we're gonna answer some of them, talk about them, and then we'll close it out for you guys.
I actually didn't cover the premise. It's the producer's gonna ask a question. One of us will repeat it, and then you either have to answer that question or drink your drink, so you can refuse to answer the question.
But only if you're baby made.
It should get kind of saucy, a little bit bossy. What was that?
What?
The galaxy.
The stars are in your eyes.
Stars are in my eyes.
All right, Kira, our lovely producer, go ahead.
Okay. So actually it got deleted originally, so I had to come up with new ones. But
Sure.
I was just
Kira said
Who's
she
this-
did not make the questions.
Who's the question for?
it's for both of you, so you both need to answer.
Okay, so it's for both of us.
Okay.
Biggest lie you've ever told and haven't gotten caught for yet.
The biggest lie you've ever told and haven't gotten caught. So if we say that lie, we're probably gonna get caught. Cause
Yeah, it's not a lie anymore. Oh man.
just don't tell lies, you guys.
Yeah. First off, lying's bad.
What's the? I don't want to change the whole question. Maybe I'll ask you. The biggest lie you did get caught on is kind of interesting too.
I don't know. I'd have to think about that for a minute. I love that my girlfriend now has me in front of a live audience and is asking me to say my biggest lie. In front
Pretty
of
smart
everyone.
on her part.
She's pretty good on
if
that.
you ask me.
But I have this cool handy drink right here. I can just help myself to if I
Mhm.
don't want to answer that question. I don't really think. Sometimes I tell people I'm 6 foot.
Are you not 6 foot?
Not even. No. I'm like 5'10",
Oh my god.
5'11".
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. What a.
But people can't tell that
What a
difference. right?
short guy.
I'm a short king.
No, I don't.
Or I tell
That's a
myself
good
the same
one.
lie every day that I'm gonna write my book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one's rough.
You told me that a couple times.
Yeah, well, I keep
I
starting,
believe you.
and I do like really good
So
for like
they're-
one night.
They're
and then
good
it's just-
lies.
Do you have anything off the top of your head?
No.
You never
Um,
lie.
Sometimes. Yeah, I don't know if I can come up with one.
Time to drink, friend.
That's not even cap. I just don't
It's
know.
not even cap. Braden does not lie. What's Mickey saying there?
She said that Matt really wants to be a guest and begging.
Matt wants to be a guest.
Matt
and
can
he's
come
begging.
on.
If Matt can post a video to the Let's Go Deeper pod
Nice.
Instagram of him on his knees begging
No.
to be our first
no.
guest, he can be in.
Sometimes what? And all that.
Because you started with when the answer to the question you said, sometimes
I was gonna come up with something goofy, like sometimes I don't know. I was just gonna come
Kira
up with
set
something.
us up with that
goofy.
one.
I know.
Absolutely.
Thanks a lot, Kira.
Thanks, Kira. Yeah, what's our next question, Kira? Oh, I've got this one. I got a little story for this one, actually.
Right, yeah.
Braden knows this one. I think I talked about it in one of our older episodes, attempting to
possible.
talk about it.
Yeah.
When I was with a previous girlfriend, I went out drinking with some coworkers downtown, and on my life, I would put money down that I was roofied at a whiskey bar that I was at. And I had 2 drinks and do not remember the rest of the night. But to recap you, after I gathered my steps up and figured out what happened, I apparently got hammered, forced all of my friends to go to a nice little country bar called Wild Greg's.
Just a quiet,
It's a quiet,
nice,
chill.
quaint, yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing exciting. That
Chill
goes on there.
environment, yeah.
And we went there, and one of our coworker friends had posted to her Facebook, like, single women's group to invite people that are just in the area to come hang out.
Pensacola Friends, 20s and 30s.
That's what it is. And this girl had come with them, and she was with our group the entire night. And I guess I had started hitting on her, and she had brought me back to her place down on she lived on the road that we were at, bar hopping. My phone had died. I had spent the night in her house, did not know where I was, what was happening.
How'd you wake up?
Charge my battery. I just woke up the next morning.
Weren't
In the bed.
Weren't you naked?
I was naked in her bed.
So, I mean...
No idea what had happened, where I was, left it, found some guy on the side of the road who was playing his guitar. He had a phone charger and a phone. I said, can I plug my phone? And he said, sure. So I sat with a homeless man at 8 a.m. on the side of the road on this bar street, charging my phone, to which I then got someone to come pick me up. And the rest is history. That was probably the dumbest thing I've ever done when I was drunk.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Were you hungover?
I felt awful.
I can't
I
imagine,
felt
like,
the worst.
crawling out of this stranger's apartment and being like, I have a dead fucking phone. I have to go.
She was like, can you turn the fan on? It's hot in here. And I was like, yeah. And I got up, put my clothes on, and left and didn't turn the fan on.
I just left.
I said,
Yeah, that's a scary
outie.
situation.
She was unfazed.
Yeah, Diane had some words.
Yeah,
about
somewhere,
that
I'm
night.
sure she did.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
I'm sure she did. What about you?
So this was, I mean, embarrassing, but not really because I was blackout. But finding out what I had done was pretty embarrassing. Amanda knows this story well. I was out with some Navy guys, and they did an Airbnb, and I got way too drunk. Me and Amanda were like taking turns getting drunk for some reason.
I love taking turns.
But it was
getting
my
drunk.
turn, I think. Maybe she tells a different version of the story. And essentially, what she told me was I woke up to use the restroom, and I thought I was in the restroom, and I was pissing in a laundry hamper and, like, getting it on the floor and such. And was just like, that's the toilet. And then
like your friend's house?
Yeah, the Airbnb, yeah.
Oh, my God.
And just went back to bed. So that's kind of embarrassing.
That's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
Have you ever had pineapple Ciroc?
You know the story.
You know.
We were just, like, started dating, and she stuck with me. Oh, what'd she say? Yes, huh?
Yes.
So the comment is, we never took turns getting drunk, silly goose. The next night, you were like, it's my turn to get drunk.
Me and Kira had that going on for a little bit recently, but it's turned into just me getting drunk every time we go out. And I'm okay with it. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. You're great.
That's a fun story, by the way.
What, getting drunk?
When I first met Kira
Oh, yeah.
at Peppers.
Yeah, you know what? For our producer, I'm going to go ahead and tell Kira's worst story of her getting drunk. Kira, on my birthday, her first time coming to visit me, we took her to a Mexican restaurant to celebrate my birthday with a couple of my coworkers and my high school friends. Kira got a fishbowl margarita because it's what I ordered, and she wanted one too.
Yep. And they're BOGO.
And they're BOGO. She was dared, because of a tattoo she had that had a number on it, to chug her margarita for that long by someone I won't name names.
I have no idea who.
And after her boyfriend at the time, actually, I wasn't even your boyfriend, was I? No, wasn't even her boyfriend. Told her, hey, don't do that. Slammed her fishbowl margarita. We got in her car to go back home. Still on my birthday party, by the way. And I go, are you okay? And she goes, yeah, I'm good. And I said, okay, sweet. We backed up out of the parking lot, and she proceeded to throw up all in her passenger side of her car. Everywhere. And then for the next 2 hours, she sat in my bathtub sobering up.
But, and this is what's really cool about Kira, Puke and Rally still came out.
No, she didn't.
Wait, what?
We put her to bed.
No.
Yes.
I thought
And then we went out, came
God.
back, we're eating hot dogs and chicken nuggets at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
After we had already been out, and she wakes up from her nap and says, I'm ready to go out.
That's what it was, yeah. She was ready to go.
We're not doing that.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's still very good story. Very cool.
Good,
Very
yeah.
demure. Yeah.
Hey, good job, Braden.
Yeah.
At least you cleaned.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, that's my fault. I'm sorry.
Next question.
I love you, Amanda.
This one's from you and Amanda? Oh, for you and Amanda. What?
Awkward date with our current partner? Okay, so the question is, what's our most awkward date we've ever been on?
I don't think I've ever been on one. I'm a pretty charismatic guy. We never have awkward dates if you go on a date with me.
Hey, you're just a cool guy. You're
I'm just a cool guy.
It's pretty cool.
Is Mickey in the chat? Whatever date I've been on with Mickey was the most awkward date I've ever been on.
Gay thoughts? Never.
Gay
Well,
son or thought daughter?
fuck. That's a good question. Gay son or thought daughter? Gay son.
I'm picking gay son.
Gay son. I'm cool with that. I don't know. That's tough. That's give me some.
Come on.
Jesus. We're not really sipping. Ooh, I love talking shit.
Can we not use names for this? Can we call them like X?
Is it the same X, you think?
No, we just call them the letter X.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Do you think we're going to say the same X?
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh, we could.
We definitely
We
could.
probably
Because that
could.
person is a piece of fucking shit.
Yeah, I think that's a safe one. Do you want to tell?
You know what? I'm just going to sip. I'll take the back seat.
You'll take the back seat. We have someone who we know in an aspect of our life who we will refer to as X, who is problematic at the very least when it comes to interacting with the people they work with. And it's a pretty consistent bashing that happens, but it's warranted. It's earned.
Yeah.
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 That's probably the worst I've said too now that I think about it.
What?
What?
Our producer's freaking out. Who did?
Logan, my brother, is in the chat.
Hey,
What's
Logan.
up, young cancer?
Young cancer. That's wild. Okay.
You know, Logan has a kid now.
Yeah. I thought he had multiple kids.
Do you have? He might. We're not entirely sure on that one. I don't think.
Yeah. I've seen a picture.
Okay, next question. If you could erase one thing from your past, what would it be?
Ooh.
I'm gonna take the back seat on this one.
Erase one thing from the past. What would it be? I wish I bought a house in 2007 when I was 9 years
You were
old.
9 years old.
I don't think I'd erase anything, but I'll also drink because that's not a fun answer.
I would.
Seth is having gay tendency thoughts right now.
How often do I have gay thoughts? Well, instance number one. I don't want to say I would erase it because I love my father and I love my stepmother. But I think if I could go back and redo it, I don't know if I would move to Florida.
Oh,
Just
really?
not to like
you
if
have
I
been
would.
yearning for getting back to Texas.
Yeah, not to like say I would alter my life, like saying I didn't enjoy this, I'd rather go do that, but just to know what my life would be like if I had stayed in Texas. That's the one question mark I have.
The
in
one
life.
thought you have.
Yeah.
Where do you so put yourself in your shoes, but you never left Texas?
put myself in my shoes, but I never left Texas. I mean, I'd probably be worse off than I am now.
Worse off?
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't join the Air Force?
Yeah.
Huh.
I think I bashed my dad for it, for setting me up for this and getting me in this gig, but
Except
I don't
he
know if I
set you
would have.
up.
I don't know if I would have went to college. I could have been like a burnout,
Yeah.
not getting paid.
Yeah. What you got, producer?
We got some chats going on.
The chat is popping off. That's kind of wild.
That's
Matt.
crazy take, Matt. Okay, so Matt said thought daughter. That's a hot take, Matt.
I don't think you can say that. Oh, Oliver Garden, what do you say? I know him.
Yeah, he
Hey,
does.
Oliver Garden. Good morning. Oh, good.
That we know of. Oh, Logan said that he has one child, but it's really just one child that he knows of. Mickey
True.
said young cancer. Shout out. That's
Shout
my
out
brother,
Young
by the
Cancer.
way. That's
Yeah.
his rap name. Logan, my brother said he would erase me from his history. Okay.
Pretty cool.
Thanks, dude.
I like that answer.
He said, wow, he hates us.
I do hate Mickey.
Oh, the awkward date thing, maybe?
No, because I said I wouldn't move to Florida.
Oh.
I wouldn't know you. We
Yeah.
wouldn't be doing pod.
Well, you never know.
You think we would have? You think we would have met?
Maybe I would have moved to Texas in that reality.
Are you a canon event for me? Are you familiar with canon events?
No.
They're events that are supposed to happen in any version of your lifetime.
Oh, I
Like
see.
those are things that happen no matter what.
Yep.
You think you're my canon event?
No.
I'm not in any other
I am a
version of your
random
life.
speck of dust in your universe. I think just passing by.
Aw, babe.
Isn't that sweet?
That's kind of cute.
All right, last question.
Last
Let's
question.
Give it to us.
What's one thing you've always wanted to say to someone but never had the courage? Kind of lame.
Yeah, it's kind of lame.
So the question is something we wanted to say to someone but don't have the courage to say to them.
Yeah, I don't know on that one.
I would tell Amanda that I am a homosexual man. I'm just kidding. No, I don't.
I do love boys.
I have nothing. I'm sorry.
One thing I would say is, Kira, I don't ever want to do the dishes in our lifetime. I haven't said that. I might lead you on, but I don't ever want to do the dishes. Just so you know. Don't ever plan on me doing the dishes in our lifetime.
Why not?
Because I fucking hate the dishes.
The dishes are fun.
I did the dishes growing up my entire life. That was my chore. I don't ever want to do them again. I'm over it.
Is that like a, hey, I'll marry you, but
Yeah.
you have to do all the dishes?
Well, it's more like, hey, I'll marry you, but you have to do everything for me.
Cool. I do like that. No, you did not.
It's pretty apparent.
You knew about the bisexuality, not the homosexuality.
So do we want to take questions from our audience now to kind of close her out?
I'm assuming the podcast probably has already ended at this point. Probably.
What? Oh, like
Because
this one?
we've been talking to the
Yeah,
chat.
yeah. We probably, if you're still listening in the recorded version of this,
We love you.
we're sorry that this is the part you're getting. But hey, thanks for sticking around to the end. I guess we should do an outro for our recorded one if we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Well, this has been the Let's Go Deeper pod,
Yes.
episode 1.
Yep.
Hopefully continuing going forward.
Let's
from
do
now
it
on.
again. Maybe in a few days.
Maybe in a few days.
Who knows?
Braden is here. We can be able to do it. So yeah, we'll
It's-
close it out. Don't forget to follow our social medias on Instagram. Follow us on Spotify once we have that up.
Subscribe on
once we have that
YouTube,
up.
please.
Yep. And then now we can do the live portion.
It's been an honor. Cheers.
Cheers. Does anyone have any questions in the YouTube live?
Is Oliver Garden still
Or
in chat?
prompts? Yeah, is Oliver Garden there? I guess we could stop this, huh?
He is.
Stop that.
We don't really need the mic anymore.